much fun this morning, keeping up with the Brat Pack and some totally tubular 80s fashion that you can replicate at home. Please don't replicate that terrible accent, but style expert, author of Style Super Guide, Lilliana Vazquez, is joining us right now with some do's and some don'ts and how to put a modern 2024 spin on the fashion of a generation. The decade of decadence, the 1980s. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. And we both were sharing our love for
all things
this
80s.
Era. All things
the music,
80s.
the movies,
the hair,
Andrew McCarthy,
the makeup, the clothes.
So, well, the makeup and the hair was tough. But let's go with the fashion because you do that beautifully. How do we do it and make it look modern?
You know, I think this is what happens when you talk about an era or a decade, right? You want to look like 2024, not 1984.
Exactly.
So I always say pick your favorite trend or fashion element from that decade, bring it into 2024, and pair it with more modern, kind of scaled back silhouettes. That mix of old and new is what makes it feel really fresh and current.
Okay, good. We have some examples of that for everybody. So have some fun with us here. We're going to go with our first look inspired by, well, they're all inspired by iconic Brat Pack movies. Our first is Molly Ringwald, her incredible prom dress. I mean, look at that.
I mean,
they don't make them like they used to.
They sure don't. And this is a truly iconic moment in the film. We love this movie, and it's pink, it's polka dots, it's lace, it's got that big shoulder detail. So I modernized it a little bit for 2024. So Marissa, come on out and show us how we're doing pretty in pink.
Oh, it's so cute.
So beautiful.
It's so great.
It's so cute. So again, it is still about that shoulder, right? The 80s were all about the big shoulder pad.
Totally.
But what we did is we paired it with something that was really streamlined. So the silhouette of the dress, it's sleek, it's modern, the cutouts are very, very now.
Less is more.
Exactly, exactly. But you're still getting kind of that nod to the 80s. So this feels cool and fresh, and I absolutely love it.
Even your hair is like, I don't know, it's modern, but there's like an 80s thing happening.
Absolutely.
You look really great. Thank you. You're bringing me back, sister.
I know.
All right, so now we're going to go with my girl, Demi Moore's look from St. Elmo's Fire. We're calling this maximalist.
Yes, I mean, if you've seen this film, you know that every scene that she's in, you're just like pushing pause and going, wait a second, this is so good, I need to redo this. So I love that it's over the top. It's got the big shoulder, it's got the pearls, it's got the corset. There's a lot happening here. Okay, so Rachel, show us a modern take on St. Elmo's Fire.
Oh my gosh, so good.
I know, so good, right? So again, blazers were a huge part of the 80s for both men and women.
Everything.
It's so good.
It's so good.
But again, we didn't do the scrunchie, right? We left it kind of like natural on her, but she looks so beautiful. With the blazer, my tip is go up one size if you want that oversized fit. I think it looks cool. You could also pull one of these.
I like it slung over the shoulders.
I do. I say borrowed from the boys, right? Like shop in the men's department. And then, of course, with this beautiful butter yellow satin dress.
And
also,
that color feels 80s to me.
It does. And then it's got the lace with the corset detail, but it's not a corset. And then if you notice, Demi Moore was known for the pearls in that film. We did it a little differently. So we did kind of like a pearl-inspired statement earring, the white shoe with the florals, and all of it kind of mixes together perfectly.
It really does.
That
it doesn't feel like a costume.
Exactly.
It feels like fashion. You're not going to an 80s party.
No.
You just look great. So thank you. And then our last look is from, to me, the great movie of the decade, About Last Night.
Yes.
And this one's for the boys.
This one is, yeah.
Tell us what we're doing here.
Okay, so in the 80s, men loved to layer, whether it was a bomber jacket over a varsity shirt or a polo. So we're gonna show you how to layer now. Edward, come on out. He looks so good, you guys. There he is.
He's like a young Rob Lowe.
He is.
So cute.
So again, it's still all about layered looks. Layering has not ever gone out of style, but instead of doing it with high contrast layers, we did with everything in a tone. So these kind of like soft pastels layered on top of each other creates this really effortless look for the guys. And don't be afraid to layer. That's really how you make something feel like it's
I like
your
your
own.
hair. Your hair feels 80s to me, like a modern look. And the members only style jacket.
Exactly.
Is appreciated. And the wash of the jeans.
Totally.
All 80s. A modern version of that 80s vibe.
It is, and by the way, you can also thrift this stuff. You can shop for it.
That's the only way to do it.
It's the most fun way to do it, I think.
No, it's not the only way, but it's the preferred way for this girl. Thank you. You look great. Do you feel good? I feel fantastic. You look fantastic. Lily, this has been so fun.
I know. This was amazing. Thank you for having me.
From the past. We want to thank all of our amazing models. You guys look so cute. Don't forget that all of these looks are shoppable on our website.